But when I got junior though, I really struggled financially. Woo! I was financially stricken. I was on my knees like an atheist when there's turbulence. I really struggled financially. It got so bad, London, it got so bad. I'm embarrassed to say this, but I started diluting milk. So what I'll do, I buy 1 pint of blue, mix it with water to get 4 pints of red. And when you do that, let me tell you, your Rice Krispies do not snap, crackle, or pop. That is, for goddamn sure, I tried too many times. That's why I fuck with the Quaker Oats now, because they don't mind the little water, they don't mind. Them Quakers are good people, man, they're good. Cost of living proof, them Quakers. I went to Nottingham Uni, and I don't know if you guys heard this. Yeah, big up Nottingham, I don't know if you guys heard this, but there was a girl from there who was recently awarded the Black Student of the Year, which is commendable, right? Okay, there's more of you in here, I'm gonna try that again. We had a whole movement 3 years ago, I don't know if you heard about it, but saw those black squares on Instagram, I saw that shit. So let's try that again. There was a girl from there who was recently awarded the Black Student of the Year, which is commendable, right? It's more like it. But the small problem I had with this, and it's just a small problem, the girl's not black. Seriously, she was Asian, but was identified as black. And I don't know London. I don't know where we got so PC that we can't call this type of nonsense out. So in return, because I work in healthcare, I'll put myself forward for the Asian Doctor of the Year. Thank you so much. Thank you. I just did it for pure banter. But given to PC, they gave me runner-up. You guys are laughing, man, but Dr. Patel wasn't happy, man. Dr. Patel, I'm gonna go for the gold this year. And I know my people in Mumbai will vote for me. I know they'll do me that solid. Then once you graduate med school, you've got to do something called foundation training. It's where you do a few different jobs to get a feel of what you may like to do in the future. And one of the most popular jobs during that period is something called geriatrics. And it's good to see a few of you guys looking so well. And with that said, makes a change. With that said, I'll let you guys in on a little secret about geriatrics, yeah? Anytime any of your patients gets cremated, obviously, after they've died, you get, go get in the right order, you get an £82 check. You get 4 scores and some more. And they call that ash cash. 82 quid for throwing a corpse in a furnace. And obviously, we don't do the throwing ourselves, London. I've asked, they won't let us. But what ash cash begs the question, whose side are we really on? Because on the side of life, they don't pay NHS staff enough. But on the side of death, they're giving out bonuses. So what type of fuckeries do they want to see? I had a friend called Gerald who started on geriatrics, and I hate to break it to you, London, he was making a killing. They started calling him Harold because he was shipping so many men to the morgue. And I said, look, man, we have to keep you off the ward to keep those patients safe. Then I started on geriatrics, and my fortune's done a 180. I started using the words I didn't know was in my vernacular, like, keep the change. Put it on my tab. 4 pints of full-fat milk, please. I started saying words I never said before. And I was enjoying the money, then out of nowhere, this was back in 2016, the BMA, that's the Junior Doctors Union, announced that junior doctors were gonna strike because we weren't happy with our pay. And I was like, first of all, there's no meat in we, you ain't gonna fuck up my ash cash tray. And second of all, if we all strike, man, who's gonna look after those patients, huh? Who's gonna do that? That's why I didn't strike during that period. I stayed behind and I collected those checks. That's why these kicks right here are courtesy of Maureen, man. Courtesy of... Take footsteps in the memory every day.